This month we return to the north of the state and visit Dieman Brewing, which is located just outside of Evandale on a picturesque family farming property. The microbrewery lies amongst century-old English oak trees, which seem to stand guard over the brewery, protecting the beer-making process. Today we meet the brewer, Tatchell, and discover the secrets for producing high-quality craft beer. To achieve this, Will sources the best possible ingredients, many of which are Tasmanian. Add this to his skills and knowledge about brewing and his passion and dedication, and you discover supremely good craft beer. Here we are today at Dieman Brewing. I'm here with Will. Thank you for having us today. He's the head brewer here at the brewery. Could you talk to us a little bit about the history of Dieman Brewing?
Yeah, look, we established ourselves in 2008. Prior to that, my history is working as a brewer in England. Worked over there for a couple of years in a couple of small regional breweries and learned a hell of a lot over there. Came back from overseas and decided that the time was right and the market was right to start up Dieman. We went through 2 years of conceptual ideas, into building, all the rigmarole of getting alcohol licences, and then finally building and installation of the equipment that you see behind us. And then our first brew finally put down, and yeah, we've been sort of going for 4.5 years now.
Okay. I know that you have 4 regular beers that you brew, and then you also have, is it called the Mashup series,
yeah.
As well? Could you talk to us through the range of your beers?
Absolutely. So we try and encompass all tastes. So everyone likes a different beer. So we really try and cover all bases in front of that. So our introductory beer is our White Hills White Ale. So it's a very easy drinking, very non-offensive style of beer. A thirst-quenching summer style of beer, ideal to sit in the backyard and you'll have half a dozen without really touching the side. So low on hop bitterness, very clean, easy drinking. It's a Belgian style wit beer, so it's got some spice and some citrus sort of arrangement going on in there, and it's certainly a summer thirst-quenching beer. We then move into our Ragged Jack Pale Ale, which is very much a hop-based style of beer. So getting a lot of that fresh hop bitterness that most people usually associate with beer. We use all the beers that we brew. We use 100% Tassie hops. So this has got a heap of Galaxy hop, Tasmanian grown Galaxy hop. So we're really trying to get that hop bitterness and that hop aroma to come through. So it's a very crisp, refreshing style of beer. Definitely our most popular, mainly because it's probably a style of beer that's most similar to most of the mainstream beers or what people normally drink. So from there we then delve into the Jacob's Ladder Amber Ale. Whereas the Pale Ale is very much a hop-based beer, the Amber Ale is very much a malt-based beer. So we really wind back the amount of hops in there, and we're really trying to showcase the caramel toffee sort of malt sweetness, malt character that you generate from the slightly darker malts that we put into there.
I really like that.
So yeah, very much an English session beer. So because of that low carbonation, that low bitterness, we find that people can actually sit on it for quite a period of time, which is always a good thing. So. And then from there we delve into the darker half or the darker part of the brewing style, our Oatmeal Stout, which has got a lot of roasted coffee, espresso sort of characters in it, very smooth. It's an oatmeal stout, so we add in 15% of the grain bill is rolled oats. And we find that just thickens the palate, creates a slightly floury mouthfeel and texture, and it's quite velvety, quite espresso-like when drinking.
And then these two, which are they limited releases?
They're limited releases. So initially we've got the Hedgerow barrel-aged sour beer. That started out as an experiment, which most of our limited release beers do, with an idea of where it was going to get to, but we've been blown away by the success of it. We were fortunate enough to receive a gold medal at the Australian Beer Awards this year for that, and beat some quite prestigious international brewers and beers for that title. So it's a portion of it, it's an English style beer, but we age a portion of it in an oak Pinot barrel, along with some sloe berries, hawthorn berries and rose hips, which are collected locally off the hedgerows, hence the name. And then we blend those finally back in together. The portion in the oak barrel actually goes a sour, astringent sort of flavour. We blend that back in to get a marriage between the two, and what you get is quite a different style of beer. You're certainly getting that sour, astringent sort of flavour on the front of the palate, but then the more you get through it, the more you actually start to pick up a lot more of that malt character coming through.
Okay. And now this is the one we're going to be featuring for August. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep, so this is our double shot. This is the first in a new series that we're developing, the Mashup series, where we pair with fellow local producers, primary producers in Tassie. And we try and create a marriage between the product that they're producing and our beers. This one is a collaboration with Ritual Coffee, some local roasters in Launceston. And what we've done is it's a Belgian-style double beer, so quite a sweet, quite a syrupy style of beer, where we add in 40 litres of Belgian candy syrup into the beer. But what we've actually done on top of that is we've added in over 120 litres of cold drip coffee. So the cold drip coffee component, because it's a cold drip, it's never exposed to a heat or pressure component of coffee extraction. So what we find, we get a very soft, very delicate sort of coffee aroma without the astringent bitterness that's normally associated with that. So when drinking it, you get a really strong coffee, fresh coffee aroma. But then the flavour is quite a sweet Belgian style, malty sort of bready, yeasty character.
Will prides himself in ensuring the quality and consistency of the beer he produces, which is why Dieman Brewing currently doesn't have a cellar door. But never fear, if you're keen to see the brewery and sample a brew, you can. Just enter the 5-kilometre Tasmud Run, which is being held at the brewery on September the 22nd. This month's hamper showcases the Dieman Double Shot, which matches perfectly with this month's recipe, sticky beef ribs. To find out more about Dieman Brewing, their beers, or this month's hamper, visit the website.